Iris.
You off to work?
Yes, but first I'm going by the Bellmans. I want to talk to them about business.
Oh, poor dear. You have hardly had a moment's rest lately. What with running World Oil practically single-handedly.
Well, hardly single-handedly. It's been hectic, but it's a challenge, and I love a challenge.
Oh, so did Alex. He'd be so proud of you and grateful, as I am.
What are you up to?
Oh, I phoned several foundations the other day and asked them to explain their organizations.
Weren't they helpful?
Well, at first they were rather dubious.
Why?
Perhaps they thought my questions idle curiosity and didn't want to take the time.
Well, I can understand that.
But once I explained myself and my position, they were quite helpful, and several of them sent me their brochures.
Well, you have quite a bit of reading to do, don't you?
Oh, they're not very detailed, really, but they will give me an idea of what kind of questions I should ask when I meet with them.
This is a wonderful thing you're doing, Iris.
Want some coffee?
No, thanks. Kind of surprised you didn't stop by the motel room this morning.
I doubt you're surprised at all.
Oh, you're right about that, Pumpkin. Seems to me the only time you want to visit my motel room is when I'm not there.
I'm not in the mood for your sarcasm this morning, Bo, so cut it.
And I'm not too happy about your going through my room, either. You're lucky I didn't have you arrested for breaking and entering. But then that wouldn't look too good now, would it? Man having his own wife arrested. What's the matter? You afraid Ricky might hear me?
Ricky's at his flying lesson.
Oh, with Miss Lacey Wheeler?
No, with his flying instructor.
I didn't realize that you were so anxious to get your hands on this letter, huh?
Put that away.
Oh, don't worry. Ain't nobody gonna see this letter. Unless, of course, I want them to. Maybe I ought to refresh your memory as to what's in this letter. Dear Mr. Editor, regarding the candidacy of Mr. Stryker Bellman...
Oh, stop it!
Yes, indeed. I think Mr. Stryker Bellman might be real interested in seeing what's in this letter, now don't you?
And then I have a meeting with Ruby Wright today about some of her ideas for the new show for Billy Joe.
Made a decision yet?
Pretty much.
What is it?
I'm going to give him a show.
Good.
You know, Billy Joe is very popular, honey, and I think with the right showcase, he'll succeed.
You told Ruby yet?
No.
Why not?
I'm going to let her sweat it out a little. It'll do her good. Oh, don't misunderstand me. I do like her. She's got spunk. But I want her to know her place in my organization.
Being kind of tough there, aren't you, kid?
Well,
Hi, Mama.
good morning, sweetheart.
Hi, honey. Getting ready to go to work?
Almost. Got a few errands to run first.
I'd like to talk to you before you take off.
Sure. What's up?
I think your father wants to have a little heart-to-heart talk with you.
About what?
I want you to open your eyes and see how much you need T.J. Canfield.
Texas, starring Beverly McKinsey.
Hello?
Hello there.
Well, I came by to see how business is.
Oh, I had a pretty good morning. I sold 2 evening dresses and a formal gown.
Oh, very impressive.
Thank you. I think so.
What is the young lady that works for you? Is it Billy Joe's wife?
Oh, ex-wife.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Was she off today?
No, she's just gone to lunch.
Oh.
Checking on her little baby boy. Justin, I hope you didn't come for Ashley's outfit. I told her that it wasn't going to be ready until tomorrow.
Oh, no. Paige, that's not the reason I came. I came by to thank you for opening up to Ashley yesterday. It meant a lot to her.
Good. I'm glad. I like her a lot, Jess. I think we're going to be good friends.
Well, I'm glad about that. Well, she doesn't have many good friends these days.
Why not?
Well, she's only been in Houston for a while. To tell you the truth, Rena Decker hasn't made things easier.
What does Rena have to do with this?
Rena took an instant dislike to Ashley. Maybe it's because I'm married to her, but Rena has turned a lot of people against her.
I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Rena isn't one of my favorite people either.
I don't know why, but Rena has it in for all of the Marshalls these days. Except, of course, our dear grandmother.
Oh, and who could dislike her?
You know, I think Rena is galled with the success I'm having, starting up Marshall Oil again. Oh, which brings me to the other reason that I'm here, Paige.
And?
I want to extend an invitation to you to come to a party that I'm throwing on Friday. We're going to celebrate the opening of the new Marshall Oil office.
Oh, Jeff, that's wonderful.
You can come.
Sure, you bet.
Great.
Wait a minute. Grandma isn't going to be there, is she?
Well, no, I don't think Grandma, she has it in for me these days because I sold my shares to the ranch.
You sold the ranch?
Yes, Paige, for $5 million. Actually, I have you to thank for that. If I didn't have your share, I wouldn't have much to sell.
The ranch isn't worth $5 million, Just.
It is. It is, Paige, with the mineral rights.
Oh. Well, why is it suddenly so important for Grandma to own the ranch?
Steve, the kid has been through a lot lately, and Grandma feels it's better for him to grow up on the ranch.
Which, of course, means that Ginny and Ryan won't be living out there.
Well, the ranch would be a real battleground if we were all to live there. That's why I offered to sell my shares back to Grandma.
I must say I'm a little surprised, Justin.
Well, she was too. But she jumped at the chance.
I suppose she wanted you to give her your shares out of the goodness of your heart, too.
Well, none of the money is coming out of Grandma's pocket. World Oil is buying the mineral rights to the ranch from her for $5 million.
Oh, I see.
It's a bargain for World Oil. I hope, Paige, that you're not upset with my selling the ranch.
Oh, no. I sold you my shares, didn't I?
Yeah.
I guess I just thought that the ranch with the family name tied to it meant a little more to you than that.
Marshall Oil will carry on the family name. And my son will take my place one day.
Well, I'm very happy for you, Justin.
I'm very happy you've got this place, Paige. We've got to be close again. We have to stick together.
Yeah. Like brothers and sisters should, huh?
What do you expect to gain by holding on to that letter?
Oh, as much as I can, Pumpkin.
Exactly what do you have in mind?
Well, let's just call this here letter my insurance policy.
Insurance.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you do right by me.
Well, I have been doing as much as I can to get you going.
Yeah, but you've been having not very many results now, have you?
I tried to get you a job on the Phil Roberts show.
Yeah, well, you're not trying hard enough. I want results.
Yeah, well, you messed the whole thing up by trying to poison my brother.
Oh, come on. The pills that we gave him only hurt him a little bit.
Yeah, and caused him a lot of pain.
Yeah, well, the whole plan would have worked if we'd been able to pin that thing on Phil Roberts, but you didn't give us enough time.
It wouldn't have worked, Bo. Phil Roberts was too smart.
Oh, it's over and done with. We just get off it. My little Pumpkin here, she took the rap for it, too.
Be grateful I did. At least I kept your name out of it.
Now, being grateful don't pay bills.
Just give me a little more time.
All right, now I'll tell you what you do, Pumpkin. When you get Billy Joe that show of his, I want you to talk to him and make a deal.
Billy Joe doesn't have the show yet, Bo.
Oh, but he will. I know you're going to take care of that. And I want a big job with a big title and lots of pay. Yeah, I'd like that. Do it now, you hear?
T.J. Canfield. I'm hearing an awful lot about him lately.
Well, I've got to get to the station. I will see you all later.
Bye-bye.
Bye, honey.
Bye, Mama.
Bye, sweetheart. You have a good day.
Mm-hmm. Now, Daddy, what is this all about?
Rena, you've been downright unfriendly to him.
I'm not crazy about him.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that he's lacking in sensitivity and he's arrogant. He also lectures too much for my taste.
Confident men often strike people that way.
It's not confidence that bothers me. I just don't like arrogance and to be lectured.
He's a valued man in my law firm.
You and I disagree on that issue, Daddy.
I wish you'd try to get along with him.
Why?
World Oil needs TJ. Justin is in business. He's got a $5 million stake. He knows more than the competition should.
That much I'm aware of.
Justin snatched those ace-high filling stations right out from under the nose of World Oil. If he plays his cards right, hell, he knows all the oil leases World Oil wants. He's dangerous competition.
He won't get any leases from World Oil if I have anything to do with it.
He's going to try, and he's going to bird dog any new leases that come up.
Oh, Daddy, every hotshot oil business is trying to beat World Oil to new leases.
I realize that. And there's one man in Houston can beat Justin or anyone else to those leases.
T.J. Canfield.
That's right. And if you want to stay on top of your job, you'll listen to him.
You'd be surprised what I could do without T.J.
Rena, you're in charge of the production division. You have to work with the man. Use him to your advantage. Don't make life miserable for him.
Do you think I would make life miserable for T.J.?
You can do that with both hands tied behind your back.
Only if I wanted to.
Be civil to him. Business-like. What's it going to cost you?
All right. I'm being nice to Justin and Ashley, so I might as well include T.J. in the group.
Good girl.
I'm glad you're behind me in this, Grant.
Well, why not? The foundation's a terrific idea, and you're going to make it a reality.
When I first brought it up, I think you were rather skeptical.
Oh, I wasn't. I'm sorry if I gave you that impression.
Good.
Iris, this is a whole fresh start for me. Going into the oil business after being in banking so long is a fresh start for you. I think it's good for the both of us.
I agree.
And this foundation is a wonderful memorial to Alex.
Oh, I feel the same.
I think he'd be kind of proud of you.
I miss him so much.
Well, I miss him, too.
Only one thing is stopping me from leaving Houston with a full heart.
Dennis?
I'm worried about him.
He's a lot better since he left the hospital.
I know, but he's still looking for a direction in life. If Alex were alive, he'd be able to help Dennis so much more than I can. Poor Dennis. He never really got to know Alex, and Alex was his father.
Let him have his head, Iris. He'll find his way.
It's so hard. Dennis is all I have. There must be something I can do to help him.
Oh, I'm sorry I took so long, Dennis. I had to get my notes on the orphanage story to the producer before they did the final cut.
Dad, you don't have to apologize. I mean, I've been around the studio long enough to know it's always last minute to deadline.
It is curious you think we would come up with a better system.
Well, I don't think there is a better system in the news business.
Well, I suppose not. Well, where would you like to go for lunch?
Well, I have a craving for Mexican food.
Oh. Well, I told Paige that I might stop by the boutique this afternoon to see how things are going.
Well, there's a Mexican restaurant in the Galleria. Why don't we go there?
Perfect. Dennis.
Yeah?
Are you still determined to leave Houston?
Yes, I am.
And I hope you know how much I'm going to miss you.
Well, I'm going to miss you too, Dad. It's something I have to do.
I understand. But I don't think you should leave without a plan.
I agree. I've been giving it a lot of thought.
And?
But, I haven't come up with anything.
Well, you have a good education. You have experience outside broadcasting.
The jack of all trades.
Well, you've been in art and engineering. You could try your hand at one of those things again.
Well, I'd like to stay in television journalism.
Well, you're good at it.
Oh, it's what I enjoy most.
Well, let's go to lunch. Talk about it some more.
Good idea.
What time are we supposed to go over to Justin Marshall's office?
He's coming here. I purposely made the meeting later so I could talk to Vicki Bellman first.
Well, maybe you should have settled with Justin first. I'm not so sure that Vicki Bellman's going to give me my own show.
You worry too much.
You don't worry enough.
What's the good in worrying? Look, Vicki Bellman is going to be a piece of cake. Then after we settle with her, we can deal with Justin from a position of strength.
You really think she's going to do it, don't you?
She can't afford not to. Your name is becoming a household word all over the Southwest. Well, that's why Justin wants you.
Well, I still feel like we're playing both ends against the middle.
It's called good business.
Ruby, what's it called if it doesn't work out?
It's going to work out. I think the biggest problem we're going to have is after Mrs. Bellman gives us the go-ahead. You know, finding the producers and the staff.
Well, look, let's just worry about that after the deal's made, huh?
We're not going to have time. I think we really should start thinking about the production staff right now.
Well, the only people I know are the ones at the station.
I think Bo used to work on some local program in Nashville. He was a assistant producer, something like that.
Bo?
Yeah. That's what he was doing when I met him.
I never figured Bo for that kind of work.
I remember now. He was the assistant producer on the Afternoon Country Western Hour. Of course, Bo might not be the person we need, but then again, good people are hard to find.
You were right the first time. We don't need Bo.
Let me think about it. I'm sorry if you think I'm pressuring you, Mrs. Bellman, but Billy Joe insisted that I come and talk to you.
All right, Ruby. You can tell Billy Joe that he's going to get a show of his own.
Oh, Mrs. Bellman, that's great.
I must separate Phil Roberts and Billy Joe. They mix like oil and water.
I think that's the best idea.
And giving Billy Joe his own show should settle that problem once and for all.
Billy Joe is going to be thrilled when he hears this, Mrs. Bellman. Believe me, I think you're making the right decision.
I'm happy to know I have your confidence.
Well, what time slot are you considering putting Billy Joe in?
I'll discuss that with my program manager.
Oh, I didn't mean to be pushy or anything, Mrs. Bellman. I was just asking for Billy Joe, you know.
Well, is there anything else you want to ask me, Ruby? To tell Billy Joe.
Well, yes, there is one other little thing.
Yes?
Well, last week you mentioned the staffing of the show.
The station hires the staff.
Oh, I understand that, and I think that's the way it should be. You'll probably choose the producer yourself.
That goes without saying. Mm-hmm. What are you getting at, Ruby?
Well, what we were wondering, Billy Joe and I, was whether we could pick the assistant producer.
Well, Ruby, I had no idea you had ambitions in that direction.
Oh, no, it's not for me. See, this was a request that Billy Joe made for a friend of his.
Experience is much more important than friendship. An assistant producer has a great many responsibilities.
Well, this person has experience. And Billy Joe said that this might be one way that we could have some input into the production of the show.
I see. Well, that seems like a fair request. I don't see any reason it can't be arranged.
Miss Stryker, I want to talk to you before you left for San Antone tomorrow.
Important?
Yeah, there's something I want to discuss with you.
I see you this evening, Daddy. Oh, hello, Grant.
Hi, Rena. Are you in a hurry to get somewhere?
Not in a big rush. I'm on my way to see Iris.
Well, then, if you've got a moment, this does concern you as well.
Of course.
You want some more coffee, honey?
No, thank you, Daddy.
Sit down.
Well, now, what I wanted to discuss with you was T.J. Canfield.
I don't believe it.
Rena and I were just talking about TJ and how important he is to World Oil.
Well, he is important to the company.
Are you two TJ's Mutual Admiration Society?
What I wanted to ask you was your opinion about making T.J. president of World Oil.
President?
Yeah.
What about Ryan?
Well, he's already turned it down.
That was before, Grant. That was because of that mess with Justin.
No, I discussed it with him yesterday. He said no, and that's final.
Oh.
What made you think of T.J.?
Well, he brought it up. He asked to be considered.
Now, what do you think of them apples, Daddy?
I knew T.J. was ambitious. President.
It would be crazy.
Why?
Because I don't think it would be a very wise move, Grant. He doesn't have the qualifications.
What do you think, Stryker?
I agree with Rena. I think he's better off right where he is. I don't think he has managerial experience.
Well, I thank you both for your opinions. As you know, finding a president is #1 on my priority.
If that's all, I think I'll be going.
I'll see you at the office.
All right. Bye, Daddy.
Stryker, what's Rena got against T.J.?
You know, when I was a young man, there was a lady reacted the same way to me that she reacts to T.J. Hated my guts.
What happened?
I married her.
Vicky?
Well, it's nice of you to drop by here, Justin.
Well, I would have had you over to my offices, but they're not even finished yet.
One thing I was wondering about, our little talk we had the other day.
Go ahead and ask.
Well, being spokesman for your chain of gas stations, now, what exactly will that mean?
Well, spokesman is a term that covers a lot of territory. Actually, you'd be a symbol for the ASI service stations. Travel all over the country making personal appearances. Posters with your pictures in them would be displayed prominently in all the gas stations. Things like that. And you do commercials, Billy Joe.
Well, how much of my time is this whole thing going to take up?
Well, now, that's a detail that would have to be negotiated later.
I just have one question, Mr. Marshall.
No. Justin, please.
Justin. Exactly how big is this chain of gas stations?
They cover the Southwest. That's why we have to project the image of the friendly Southwest gas station. Each one neighborly, each one personally concerned about the needs of its customers.
And that's why you want me.
Well, you epitomize that type of man that we need. That friendly, bright, spunky, the kind of guy that people want to do business with, Billy Joe.
Is that the way I strike you, Ruby?
Ever since I was a baby.
Well, any more questions, Billy Joe?
Well, no, not that I know of. Not right now, at least.
I'll catch up with you later, Billy Joe.
Alrighty.
Justin and I just have to iron out the final details.
Thank you for coming over.
Well, I was going to drop by anyway.
Any particular reason?
Because I like you. How are things for the foundation coming along?
These are some of the brochures the foundations have sent me.
Oh, very interesting. It's fantastic.
I've been doing a lot of research. Setting up this foundation isn't going to be easy.
Yeah, well, you'll do it.
I'm not so sure.
Grant will help.
Grant has already helped. He put me in touch with a lawyer who specializes in such matters, but Grant isn't going to New York with me. I could really use help on a permanent basis.
I have a feeling I know where this is headed.
I think you're the most natural choice to help.
Now, Mom...
Then the foundation would really be a family affair.
Look, Mom, I'm very proud of what you're doing. But I'm the wrong man for the job.
You're Alex's son.
Let me put this another
No,
way.
don't answer now.
Why not?
Just give it some thought before coming to a final decision.
The answer is no.
Please.
Look, I meant what I said about standing on my own 2 feet, Mom. That's something you're going to have to understand. But I do love you. That's for sure.
What are the details we're going to iron out, Ruby?
Well, why don't we get the most important one out of the way first?
Which is?
Money.
I like that. Yeah. You really know what is important, don't you?
Oh, I believe in putting all the cards right out on the table.
Well, I'm willing to match any deal Vicky Bellman offers.
Well, the talk around KVIK is that you're not one of Vicky Bellman's favorite people.
Business is business. Personal feelings have nothing to do with business. Vicky Bellman is far above that.
Let's not kid ourselves, Justin. When Vicky Bellman finds out that Billy Joe is signing with you, she's going to be one unhappy lady.
Oh, no. Ruby, you're not forgetting that my offer is contingent on Billy Joe signing with Vicky first.
I realize that.
And that you agreed not to mention this to anyone until after the deal is signed.
That's right, and I'm willing to abide by the laws of our agreement. But once Vicky Bellman does find out, she's going to exert some pressure on Billy Joe. Now, I think my brother should be compensated for that pressure.
How much compensation, Ruby?
Up the deal by half.
Damn, you're wonderful.
Billy Joe's worth it.
If he is, it's because of you. I love it.
Well, I'm just a little farm girl from Waco trying to help out my brother.
I love it.
One thing we did learn in Waco was get the best deal you can.
Your pistol, Ruby.
How about it?
Negotiating with you is going to be a kick. All right. I'll offer Billy Joe half again what Vicky offers him.
It's a deal.
3-year contract.
3 years?
Well, you don't expect me to make an investment like this with no guarantee, do you, Ruby?
I see your point.
Agreed?
All right. Agreed. Now, about these other details.
Let's have a drink. Get friendly, Ruby.
Yes, Mrs. Whitfield, I'm certain that we'll have the new designs in by the beginning of next week, all right? And I will call you as soon as they come in, all right? Thank you for coming. Bye-bye. Ah,
Will they be ready by
I
then?
certainly hope so. She loves Michael's designs.
Well, you certainly had her charmed.
Why, thank you. Sometimes I'm afraid that this smile is going to freeze on my face.
Dennis and I just had lunch.
Oh, really? How's Dennis?
He's doing very well, thank you. Trying to decide what to do with his future.
I hope he finds something that makes him happy, Ellie.
I know you do.
He deserves that much.
Your future certainly seems very bright.
Things couldn't be better.
Yeah, soon you'll be opening a whole chain of boutiques all across the country.
No, I don't really think so. Say, how'd you like to go to a party with me? My brother's opening up his new offices.
I didn't realize that you and Justin were on such good terms.
I want Justin and I to be closer again, you know. The way that brothers and sisters should be.
I see.
I mean, after all, Justin is responsible for all of this. The money that he paid me for my share of the ranch made all of this possible.
Did you mention bringing me to your brother?
No, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, I'm not so sure.
Why? I don't understand.
Well, Justin and I didn't exactly get along when we worked together at KVIK. All the business with Alex, everything. I doubt that he harbors warm feelings about me.
Elliot, that is all in the past. Haven't you let the past go?
Well, yes.
Well, then I'm sure Justin has too, so come on, come with me.
All right.
I'm sorry we couldn't get together sooner.
Oh, that's all right. I kept calling you, but I just missed you all the time.
That is my fault. I have been extremely busy lately, setting up the foundation, trying to decide exactly what areas of research to go into. So many details.
Oh, as I
still can't believe you're leaving Houston. After all, I'm the one who brought you here in the first place.
Well, I am leaving.
Is it too late to ask you to reconsider?
My decision is irrevocable. The foundation will be rewarding work.
I'm sure it will be.
It will.
I just hope that you're being totally honest with yourself.
What do you mean?
Well, for instance, does Paige have anything to do with your leaving?
Oh, at first I did consider my little bout with Paige as a setback.
Your little bout, you were at each other's throats.
Oh, I don't know that I would put it that way.
Oh, whatever way you put it, you weren't exactly genteel with each other. It's okay, honey. I know what a thorn Paige was to you.
That seems so long ago. In any case, I'm above all of that now. I don't have any time for petty grievances or petty grudges. I have more important things to think about.
Have you talked to Dennis lately?
Yes. He's his old self again, Rena, really.
I'm glad to hear that.
I want him to come with me to create the foundation, but he's intent on being independent, and I've accepted that.
Dennis will be all right.
I'm sure he will be.
Still wish you weren't leaving.
I must, dear. But we'll keep in touch.
Oh, Iris, I have to tell you that I am not very good at corresponding, but I'll make a special effort for you.
One thing, Rena. Please iron out your differences with Ashley.
Why bring up Ashley?
I was a friend to both of you. And now that I'm leaving, it would be nice to know you're on better terms.
Well, then, you might be glad to hear that I'm going to the office warming party that Justin and Ashley are giving on Friday.
Oh, I am glad. I know you'll be in competition, but there's no reason it can't be friendly.
No reason at all. Well, darling, I have to go. I want to buy a new dress for Friday. I think I should look especially good for that occasion, don't you think?
Rena, are you by any chance up to something?
What could I be possibly up to?
No, it just seems to me that your attitude toward Ashley and Justin is a little too generous.
Maybe I'm learning something from you.
Did you see the footage on the orphanage story?
Yes, I did, and they used all your cuts.
Oh, good. I thought I was going to get an argument from the producer.
You didn't. But, Elliot, I was surprised to see your report on the air last night about Iris Wheeler starting a foundation in Alex's name.
Well, we talked about that story. It seemed like a good idea.
Not good enough for the late news.
Oh?
It's a worthwhile undertaking, but I don't think it was big enough for you to feature.
I understand what you're saying.
Good.
Iris asked Dennis to administer the foundation, but he declined.
I hear he was here earlier.
Yeah, he came by to meet me for lunch. He stopped by your office, but you were at a meeting.
I'm so sorry to be losing Dennis. He did a good job for us.
Well, I think he's sorry to be going, but I think he's doing the right thing.
I do, too. What is he planning to do?
He hasn't decided yet. We talked over lunch. I think he'd like to stay in broadcast journalism.
Well, he's capable. I remember the segments he worked on.
He did good work.
Yes, he has the capability of being an excellent newsman, just like his father.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to give him letters of introduction to everybody that I know, but most of the people I know are in the newspaper business.
Well, Elliot, perhaps I can help. I have network contacts.
I think Dennis would appreciate that.
Oh, hello. May I help you? Yes. Oh, hello, Paige. How are you?
Fine, Rena. I wasn't aware that you'd called for an appointment.
I didn't. Can you help me anyway?
Oh, sure.
Thank you. My, you have such a lovely place here, Paige.
Is that why you came here, Rena, to compliment me on my shop?
I came to buy a new dress for Justin's party.
The main reason for the loan, Mr. Kramer, is for the kickoff promotion of our A-side station. Yes. Oh, we want to make a big splash with this. I have a certain television celebrity practically under contract. No, I absolutely cannot divulge his name at this time. But he will have his own TV show. Yes, he will be the star and the host of his own show. Oh, I can understand. I can understand you're wanting to wait for contract and verification, but I will have it in the next couple of days. Right. Bye. Oh, you're going to come in very handy, Billy Joe.
Well, I more or less set that deal today. Now it's just a matter of drawing up the contracts.
You happy with it?
Well, doesn't matter if I'm happy. It's what's best for the station.
I forgot to tell you, Grant stopped by this morning right after you left.
Oh, what do you want?
He wanted to discuss the difficulty he was having finding a president for World Oil.
Does he have any prospective candidates?
TJ wants to be considered.
TJ? Well, that surprises me. I didn't know he had any ambitions in that direction.
Surprised me, too, but Grant won my opinion and Rena's.
What'd you tell him?
I merely told him I had reservation, and I thought that TJ was better off right where he was.
I assume Rena had reservations as well.
Yes, she did.
That's to be expected.
I never knew TJ was so ambitious.
Honey, there's nothing wrong with ambition. I deal with it every day.
I take it you're talking about Billy Joe?
Oh, his sister Ruby's the ambitious one. That girl really goes after what she wants. She wants a clause in the contract allowing her to name the assistant producer for the new show.
Give it to her?
Yes, I did. She tried to convince me it was Billy Joe's idea, but I know better. That girl has a lot of things going.
Oh, hey, Billy Joe. Where's Ruby?
She'll be back in a minute.
How'd the show go today?
Okay.
Boy, I bet you can't wait to get a show of your own.
Now, where'd you hear about that?
Well, everybody knows about it. Ricky, Elena.
Yeah, well, it isn't official yet, so I'd be just as happy if everybody didn't talk about it.
Sure, no problem. Only, I know we're going to have a lot of fun with that show of yours.
We are. Now, what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, haven't you heard? I'm going to be the assistant producer on the show of yours. Ruby should have told you.
No, Ruby didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I got a few ideas of my own already, too.
Now, if it's all the same to you, I'd just soon you held off on those ideas because the deal isn't set yet. And that deal might not include you.
Yeah, well, according to Ruby, it does. Isn't that right, Ruby?
What's the matter? What's going on?
Ruby, you've got no right to go around signing up people for my show without asking me.
I haven't signed anybody.
Oh, no? Well, you better straighten out your friend here because he's got in his head that you have.
Well, he's wrong.
He sure is wrong because this guy's not going to be on any show that I have anything to do with.
You probably just lost yourself a job because of that.
My letter here tells me I haven't.
How am I supposed to get Billy Joe to hire you now, Bo?
Well, that, my dear, is your problem.
Look, you better not say one word until this deal is finished. Letter or no letter, I'm not going to let you push me around.
I must admit I'm a little surprised you're here, Rena.
Well, this is one of the most fashionable boutiques in town now, isn't it?
I like to think so.
Of course it is. You carry all the top designers. I don't want personal differences to come between me and a beautiful new dress. Don't you agree?
You're absolutely right.
Besides, I'd like to think that I could set aside my differences.
Well, you must be doing just that if you're planning on attending Justin's office party.
Well, why not attend? It's going to be fun competing with Justin.
Oh, great. Well, I hope you have a wonderful time.
Well, he has some money to be competitive with now. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess you're not too happy hearing about that.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, your own brother brought your share of the ranch for a pittance, and then he turns around and sells your share and his share for $5 million.
Good for him.
You're a bigger woman than I thought you were.
The money that Justin paid me for my share of the ranch gave me the capital for this shop, Rena.
But $5 million,
Money isn't
Paige?
everything.
Are you sure you're a Texan, honey?
Yes, what kind of a dress were you looking for?
Well, something elegant for an afternoon party. This is going to be such a special day for Justin and Ashley that I would like to dress appropriately.
Would you like bare shoulders?
Preferably. By the way, are you going to be at the party?
Oh, yes, I wouldn't miss it. I think it's going to be quite the event.
Mm.
Well, if you'll just wait here, Rena, I think I have something in the back that is just perfect.
Thank you. Yes, Paige. It will be quite an event.
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Texas.